In this video, I want to talk about my impressions, my thoughts versus reality on China. Hey, 大家好，我在地。Thank you for watching this video. Kumusta everyone? How are you guys? Long time no see. Thank you for clicking on this video and welcome to my channel where we talk about travel, the Philippines, and countries I'll be visiting and sharing to you guys in this channel. But in this video, we're gonna talk about my first impressions, my thoughts versus reality, or my before and after thoughts on China after visiting it. So as you might know, I'm a Filipino and there's this thing going on with Philippines and China with boats sinking because of China's fault and the Spratleys Island. So I think it is important for a Filipino, for someone, a Filipino who visited China, have been to China, to share its experience and thoughts after visiting China. What do a Filipino think on China after visiting it? First off, let me apologize ahead to the Chinese people because I might say something not really nice here because this is my basis on my experience, my thoughts on, well, Chinese people. Actually, for some of them are Filipino Chinese people who I met, who I have encountered that are So we're gonna talk about first the thoughts, then compare it on the reality when I came there. So that's how we are going to compare my thoughts and reality experience when I visited China. But just a disclaimer, I just went to Shenzhen, China, and not different parts of China. So what I will be sharing with you guys on my experience in China is more about Shenzhen, China, which is a bit north of Hong Kong. And actually, I didn't go around Shenzhen. I was just staying in Washington Bay, enjoying shopping in Washington Bay. So yeah, this is more likely about people on Washington Bay. I think Chinese people are rude, not because, I don't know. Oh no! And I think most of the Filipinos would agree with me with this. They either pay lower than they should to Filipinos. They don't sometimes follow the law here in the Philippines. Chinese people here are in the Philippines, especially those Chinese Filipino, they don't allow their kids to marry someone who's Filipino or not Chinese or not rich. But there are also some families are also open already to this, that their kids will be married or be with someone who is not Chinese or not even rich. But I think it's more like, you know, preserving the business side of things. So I don't know if it's just because of the family thing or it's because of the culture or Chinese culture. So let me know if this is more about the family thing or Chinese culture. And to be honest, I was really scared on coming to China, and I actually don't have plans before to come in China. But after US have broke my heart for denying me a tourist visa, I decided US don't want me, maybe China will want me. And they gave me a visa in just a few days with no interview, no hassle. I just submitted some stuff and they gave me a visa right away. I was really scared to come in China, especially my brothers have a talk with me that not to do this and that in China, or avoid taking pictures, videos, because people there might not like it, or you know, will call the police on me because I'm taking videos of them on public. So I'm kind of like, can you just leave me in Hong Kong? Because our plan is to go to Hong Kong for a few days, then cross the border, going to Shenzhen, China. And yeah, I was like, can you just leave me in Hong Kong? Because I didn't want to go to China. So he said, you must go with us, so at least you'll have a visa on your passport. Then I get, okay, I'll go then. Whatever. But when we were there, Chinese people are actually very welcoming to us, very friendly too. The information desk is not rude. She was smiling, although we can't understand each other, made us talk to her phone, and then she read what we were trying to say to her, and she pointed out so happy to assist us. And the hotel staff are also really nice to us. Even people who are at Washington Bay, where we just roam around, they were very nice to us. They're not rude, guys. I mean, yeah, they were just like us. I think they're like us, like our country, that there's like 3 out of 10 people are not pleasant, not nice, that are rude, but majority are really happy people, very pleasing and very friendly. Second is that I thought they're really strict, that I will be welcomed with military when I arrive in China, but no, I don't even see much of a police when I arrive in the what was terminal was it, in a train terminal. There was not much of a police, though there are police who roams around. They're not even like looking at you while you're walking and like looking at you head to foot. They're not like that. Like the Philippines, they have police stationed everywhere, so I'm not really that scared because they have police everywhere. And actually in the immigration, when I was interviewed for the entry in China, the immigration officer is actually nicer than the ones in Hong Kong. Even my niece, who is like 12 years old, or is she now 13, she actually finds the immigration officer in China more nicer than the ones in Hong Kong. And wait a minute, kaping mainit. If you like this video, if you want to help this channel to have more videos like this, to visit again China and other countries as well one day, please give this video a thumbs up, like this video, and if you think that this video will be helpful to someone, please do share this to your friends. The third one is that I thought that China is a dangerous country because, you know, in the movies they are shown to us like they're drug lords, they're kidnap people, and you know, in the movies. No, China is a very safe country to go to. I mean, with their CCTV all over the place. I mean, right from the start when you enter the border in China between Hong Kong, I mean, there's like 5 cameras facing you with face detection. China can't have enough CCTVs here. Look, CCTV, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's another 4 facing me. Yes, face detection, and there will be no police standing by. Hey, you did just a violation of jaywalking, and the police are like, they do roam around, but they're like just passing through. But little you know, when you do jaywalking in China, you will your face will be captured and your WeChat will receive the ticket for jaywalking instantly. I mean, a few minutes later you'll get a message from the government that, hey, here's your ticket for jaywalking, pay for it. Yeah guys, be careful on doing what we do here in the country, jaywalking, and you know, as a foreigner you must respect, follow the laws. The citizens are following the law, and you too must follow the law because you're a visitor, you're a foreigner, so follow the law. Some of the Westerners might not find this comfortable because it's like Big Brother is watching them, but for me, I don't mind. I actually want to have this in the Philippines, like CCTVs everywhere, but not that excessively. Just so you know, when we arrived there was a store that was robbed, and in 7 minutes, guys, in 7 minutes, they caught the robber. They did not chase the robber. They did not respond to the place right away. They just checked and follow him on the CCTV camera because, you know, facial detection. And then they know where he go and stayed for a few minutes. And when ta-da, the police are there. C. Next is, I think they're dirty because, you know, we heard this comments that Chinese tourist this, Chinese tourist that, and there's actually a Chinese tourist where she buried her kid's diaper with poop inside, or was she pooping there? I think she buried the diaper on the beach, on the Boracay beach. On the Boracay beach that was closed for 6 months to be cleaned up to give nature a healing time. And she buried the poop there on the beach where people go to the beach and swim on the beach. She buried it there. This actually happened right after a visit to China, and I was like, Chinese people, what did you do? I was about to promote you guys. But in reality, in China, is that they're actually clean. I mean, I don't even see trash. I mean, like us here in the Philippines, like there's literally like garbage from our foods, from candies everywhere. And I think the only considered dirty that you might think in China is that when they spit on public anywhere in China. But I don't mind actually that one, as long as they don't spit in front of me. There's actually one viral video in China. Something spilled on the train and he removed his clothes, his upper clothes, his shirt to wipe what was spilled. Whoa! I thought China was like here in the Philippines, a Bucketeer job, especially on age, because in fast food chains or blue-collar jobs, the ones who get those jobs are the ones who are younger, like 25 and below, and those who are old or older don't get really a job. You must find a way to make money selling street foods and stuff. But in China, I am so shocked that even like 80, 90 years old, man, I saw an old man wearing a uniform as a cleaner. And he was like really slow on walking, and his hair was all gray, and he's really slow in walking. And he was going to the bathroom to clean the bathroom. And I was like, why is he still working? He should not be working. He should be, you know, resting by now. But they don't encourage that one there in China. But I do see beggars there, but they're like just two couples that I've seen. They're in Shenzhen, near Washington Bay, and that is because they're so old, and one of them is disabled. And on my last day in China, I have few yuans left. I think it was 45 yuan left, and I was about to leave China in a few hours. Just wanna keep 25 yuan for myself, and gave the 20 yuan to this old couple because I want to, you know, at least give them food for the day. I tried Burger King. The ones in the cashier who was entertaining the customers are actually those people around 40s already, and it's hard for them to understand, as not everyone in China knows how to speak English, or at least have a basic English. So their supervisor or manager are actually the younger ones, and they're the ones who came to the front to ask us about our orders, what do we want. It's not perfect English for those kids who can speak English, but I at least understand what they mean, because they said, for example, this guy from Burger King, who the manager, I think, or the supervisor, he said that how many? And my brother was like, what? I was like, he said 5 minutes, waiting time is 5 minutes. I know, okay, we're okay. So we waited for 5 minutes for our burgers. So it's not perfect English, but at least you will be able to understand. I'll create a different video for you guys on tips when in China. The next week's video will also be about some tips before coming to China. So watch out for that. Subscribe to this channel if you want to know about those videos. And lastly, we have this Chinese versus the Philippines issue. The Spratleys Island versus us, a war between the Spratleys Island and the boat sinking because of China's boat and so forth. This kind of issue, I thought that they won't welcome us as Filipinos because of the war, but when we were there, they were like, "Waya pa, Philippines." I just make up those Chinese words, guys. Sorry, Chinese people, I don't mean to, you know, I just make it up. They were so happy and welcoming to us, knowing that we're Filipinos. I think they don't know what's going on between the Philippines and China, because the journalists there, or the news there, are controlled, I guess. So I'm not sure really. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I would like to invite you all to come and visit China. If you're thinking twice right now, I encourage you to come to China. If you are planning to go to Washington Bay, if you want to stay or want to, if your purpose is going to Chinese Washington Bay, I highly recommend my hotel. Link is right there. I'll also put in the comment section and the description on the video so you can book it yourself. If you're planning to go to Washington Bay, it's just right in front of Washington Bay. You just have to cross, and 1 block away from McDonald's. I totally highly suggest to order the Angus burger, beef burger of McDonald's. I mean, it's heaven. I've been asking McDonald's to bring it here in the Philippines because it's heaven. So will I recommend visiting China? Definitely. Even to those Filipinos who have never been to China, who hates Chinese people, please do visit China. Our own president, now I understand. When I visited China, now I fully understand why our president wants us to visit China, to be more open-minded about China, because it's a great country to be at. There's a lot of things that we can learn from them. Very easy to apply for your Chinese visa, tourist visa. It's just no interview, just complete the requirements. Just make sure you prove that you're just there for tourists, as a tourist, just there to see what's in China, what I'm talking about. Well, you'll know what I am talking about to be able to appreciate what I'm trying to say to you guys. And hopefully one day I'll come back to China, so I will be able to share it with you guys, because when I was there I was afraid to take videos publicly, and I found out later that they were just curious. So your question is, will I be coming back to China? Yes, I want to come back to China. I will be back to China, hopefully. Still thinking about it, but I'm actually prioritizing on visiting other countries for now, to increase the number of countries that I've been to for the sake of getting other countries' visas. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope that you were able to appreciate this video. If you have any questions about China, about my China trip, about my Chinese tourist visa, please put them down below the video. Comment down below the video. If you think this video has been helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, like this video, and don't forget to share this video to help this channel grow. Simply just that one click, I just run the app and it will start collecting. I'm right now in the Philippines, and as you can see, I'm right now in the United States.